Hello.
Hey, boys and girls, how are you? Look who's back.
Don't check your calendar. It is Thursday.
Yeah, it is Thursday. It's not Tuesday, it's Thursday. I'm here all the time.
You get a bonus hanking today.
A bonus hanking?
That's it. I don't know what it is, but
I don't know what it is either, and I don't know if they want to know either, but
it could be good. It could be this. So either way, we're here for you. I'm struggling to get through my days still. I have to go back to the doctor. I don't have time for it today. Like, actually don't have time for it today.
yeah, but you need to.
But I have to. I cannot live like this. This
No.
can't be the only solution.
No. Yeah, there
just
isn't
can't
too
be.
much they can do though. Once the thing starts, it's really hard.
If you've been following, I have shingles. I'm miserable.
Mhm.
It's been like solidly 2 weeks now where I'm just miserable and struggling to get through my day, let alone do anything else.
Right.
It's not been super fun for me.
Or I imagine anyone else.
Or anybody else around me for that matter. You're right. That's
All right,
fair.
I'm only here for a little bit and then I'm gone.
Thank you. Yay. Good morning, Ashley. Thanks for joining us. She said, I'm excited. She's up early. We're going to have Nate on this morning, and I promptly turned him right around because I forgot to tell him that you were going to be on the show today.
Oh.
We just have so much going on
Mhm.
personally. And then like just trying to grab schedules again.
Right.
Like, okay, yep. Right, left. We're back into January. We got to get back into routine.
Right. Time to go to work.
Yeah, that's been struggling for us. Lily had auditions yesterday for her final play for school.
What's the play going to be?
It's High School Musical.
Oh, really?
I know. How cute is
Oh,
that?
that's cool.
So she had auditions yesterday.
She did well, I assume.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's weird for me to think that this is her final performance or production.
Right.
Mashpee High School. So they get so big so fast.
Yes, they do.
What have you been working on? You got a new shirt on today?
I got a new shirt on today, folks. I want you to notice I'm wearing a new shirt. I got it for Christmas. This is a big deal.
Why is this a big deal?
Because I'm famous for not wearing new clothes that are given to me.
Why?
Because they're too nice and I don't want to.
You're one of those kind of people, like
Right.
savor the amount of time that I'm going to have while I have it
Right.
now?
It's like we're going out. Aren't you going to wear a new shirt? No, because we're going to an Italian restaurant. And you know, if I slobber on my shirt, I'm going to ruin the new shirt.
That's fair. Like stain it right away.
Stain it right
can't come
away.
out of the gates with a ruined shirt.
No. But I figured I wasn't going to do anything this morning, excuse me, that would make a mess. So here I am. I have two others that I have to wear. And I think a new sweater too that I got.
Wow. Look at you flexing the new wardrobe.
Yeah.
Same me in 2024. I still have the same clothes on. I don't think I bought any new clothes or received any new clothes. My dad stopped by yesterday. We got to spend a little bit of time with him
How's he
in between.
doing?
Well, you know what? He's reached the point of age where he is consumed by doctor's visits.
Oh.
So the conversations are about leaving the doctor, going to the doctor, planning for the doctor, what he's going to do in Florida about the doctors. Now the doctors are retiring.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, okay. No, but it was nice. We spent some time together and we realized that we are our big jerk selves together, like we always are.
Good.
We went to my son's basketball game. They played against Sandwich.
Right.
And, we sat right behind the team. Cody's like, you're not supposed to sit there. You're supposed to sit across. I'm like, well, we're sitting here. You have you have extra coaches today.
Right. What you going to do about it?
And of course, my dad and I can't not be involved. We're like, what were you doing there? What's happening there? Somebody watching him? Has anybody we're just so loud. We're those parents. We're not rude, but we are definitely like loud and we're very competitive.
Right.
And my son's not.
There's I don't know the community. I don't think it's in Massachusetts, but there's a sports league somewhere that their answer to the parents who yell and scream and carry on is they can't come back to another game until they officiate 2 games themselves.
I think that's great. I think you absolutely
that was such
should.
a cool idea.
I might be half dead. I don't know. I'll hang out at half court. Like, I'll go here and go here a little bit, but I'm not going to be running up and down. Those guys look in great shape. And Gary, one of the refs that plays all the time, plays my trivia on Tuesdays over at Shipwrecked. Shout out to Gary for running up and down. That is definitely keeping you young. I couldn't do it, but those boys, they play so quickly
Yeah.
that it stresses me out a little bit. Like they don't develop the play, youth basketball.
Right. Right.
It's kind of like just a ping pong match,
Like,
really.
give me a ball. I'm going to shoot.
Yeah. And they don't develop anything. They try their best to run a couple of screens. There might be some ball movement, but it's a lot of sloppy play, a lot of fouls. But my son turned it up yesterday in the second half, and boy, he was getting a little bit aggressive, a little bit too aggressive, to the point where he was making hand signals to the other team's coach. And I was like,
no.
All right. We're not going to do this today. Freshman basketball. I loved every minute of it. We had a really good time.
Hey, are we talking scholarship here 4 years from now?
No. This is fun. This is fun for him.
Oh, we're not going to be playing varsity senior year, and he's going to be.
He probably will. He probably will, but it's definitely not his sport.
Okay, football is his sport.
Yeah, football is his sport. This one keeps him in good shape, and he enjoys the camaraderie, and he really loves it, though. So if it keeps them happy, we have to support those things. This is what we do as parents, right?
Absolutely.
And these moments are going to be gone so quickly. So we ended up at dinner last night, and we just
did you eat in or eat out?
We ate out. I didn't buy it.
Okay.
I know. We're already 4 days into the new year. We're not eating out for 2 weeks.
I thought I heard on Tuesday. Excuse me, folks. I thought I heard on Tuesday we're doing food prep and
it's all prep.
We're not gonna it's all ready to eat if there's someone here to eat it.
Correct.
I get it. Okay.
Yep. Oh, the kids knew that they were getting this treat. That's why they were there with bells on.
Oh, where did you go last night?
Estia. I know. So yeah, Dad's buying. We're going to Estia. Good morning, Chris. Thanks for joining us. So here it is. Try January. They're saying not dry January to make it so aggressive.
Oh, okay.
They're saying try January. So try a little bit better.
God, we will wimp anything out, won't we?
I'm kind of fine with that. I really am making a motion not to be so extreme this year. Right. I know that that's extreme for me to even say, but
well, you have a better chance of succeeding if you're not quite so balls to the
militant.
Wall. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
All right.
It's an emerging skill. Like my bad report card. She's trying.
Right.
Definitely working on it. So
well,
Hank's
the first thing you're supposed to do if you're trying to implement your New Year's resolutions is when you get up in the morning is to not pick up the phone.
Oh.
Because the phone immediately distracts you.
That's fair.
That you should wait like a half an hour and visualize in your head what the end of your day is going to look like. And then pick up the phone. See, I'm turning into John Tesh.
Advice for your life.
Right.
With Hank.
I may change lunch break to advice for your life.
Right. It's close to intelligence for your life, but not as aggressive.
Not as aggressive, right? Because we can't be aggressive. Oh, God, no. Can't be aggressive.
I like it. It's a little bit corny and obvious, but it's good stuff. I like it. I wish I could do that. I feel like I always have to reach my phone the first thing that I do.
I
check my emails, check my this. What did I miss while I was departed?
Right. Right.
Where was I? What happened?
I have to get up in the morning, feed the kids, make my coffee, sit down and watch TV.
How are the fur children?
They're good. They've been a little pissy with each other lately.
Oh,
the bigger one is kind of beating up on the smaller one.
That's funny because I'm having the similar situation. I don't know what it is in my house, but the cat and the dog have been like messing with each other.
Oh,
lately.
really?
Like they're bored.
Yeah.
Does cabin fever set in for your pets?
I don't know.
Because Jared's messing with her.
Yeah. Yeah. Mariana hasn't been around as much as usual.
Yeah.
And she chases them around and drives them crazy.
See, they need activity.
I'm not chasing them around. I'm sorry. I'll feed them. They can sit next to me.
Can you get them a new laser pointer?
I'll pet them and actually we have a laser pointer. I could sit on the couch, I suppose, and do that.
Get to work, Hank.
I'm not chasing them around.
The children need to be entertained.
Right.
Make it happen.
Speaking about watching the news, this
where do people even get news these days?
Well, that's a whole other story. This storm that's coming. They seem to be getting a wee bit serious about it. And not in a wet your pants kind of way. We
got a good old fashioned Noreaster headed towards us.
Yep. But what I've noticed is I watch Channel 4 in Boston, and what I've noticed is they're a little calmer, and they're much more saying, well, it could go this way, it could go that way. But it's not the, oh my God, we're going to get snow.
Pummeled.
Yeah, we're not
We're
going to
get
get
some.
We're going to get plowable snow down here.
That's kind of exciting, though.
Yeah.
A little bit. It'll be fun at first, just for a second.
Oh, the first snow is always fun.
Right. Then afterwards, I'll be over it.
And I think pretty much every community is looking for people.
And don't get mad at me. I didn't call it on.
Okay. I think pretty much every community is still looking for people to be snowplow drivers or people with trucks with plows.
Sure.
And you make all kinds of money. Have you seen like $72 an hour or something? I know it's tedious. I know it's
scary, actually.
I can't imagine in a big snowstorm out driving around.
No, thank you.
I mean, I worked for utility companies for years and I watched our people go out in snowstorms and I was out with them and it was like, I can't imagine doing this.
Yeah, right.
All the time. But
nope, we've got a lot of friends out there. So if you need suggestions, please reach out to us. This is what we're here for. We're a resource for you at Lemonadio.
That's right.
I've been having so many meetings this week and it's all great stuff, like fun stuff that we're developing for 2024 and working with some of our partners. Knockabout, we've got some really fun Sundays and parties and activities coming.
Love Knockabout.
So that's super thrilling for us. And some of our other partners over at Sea Salt, they've added a new salon stylist. So they're doing some more things. I've made a point of taking a little bit more self-care with myself this year. So I'm working on the skincare routine. My daughter, for whatever reason, the teens and tweens are so into skincare.
Mm-hmm.
Lily is obsessed with it. The amount of money she spends,
really,
any job she ever does, skincare for whatever it is. And it makes sense. It is the largest organ in your body. And here we are in December. You should probably be taking better care of it.
Probably.
Meanwhile, I'm covered in hives, so don't ask me about anything.
She'll get back to you on that one. Folks.
Yeah, right. When I'm finally able to see my skin clearly, I promise I will take better care of you. I already had a conversation with my little sleeve here. I said, listen, we're taking better care of you in 2024. So if you need some treatments, or she's been doing microneedling, and I guess that's been helping people lessen.
Microneedling?
Yeah.
What's that?
So basically, they're like little needles, little injections all over your face, but they're not putting anything in there.
Just sticking something in your face.
To stimulate your skin to start growing new skin.
Or your skin to go, oh my God, I'm being attacked.
Well, basically, but also you're not injecting poisons in it. So you're not doing Botox and stuff like that. You're regenerating yourself by stimulating it. So it makes the science behind it makes sense.
Right. Speaking of Botox, the Bachelor wedding is tonight.
Oh my God, there's not enough Botox in all the world for me to get through this night. I'm kind of excited about it. Is anybody out there watching The Golden Bachelor tonight?
I'll admit, I didn't watch it much, but I'm going to watch it tonight because it's just going to be, it can't get any more trashier, folks. One of the former contestants is performing the ceremony.
You guys, they're getting married at a La Quinta.
A La Quinta?
Yes. I mean, their entire wedding is sponsored. It is like straight up Talladega Nights.
A La Quinta? They couldn't do better than a La Quinta?
I don't know. Apparently, maybe this is a souped up new one in California that it's fancified. I'm sure.
I mean, not like a
beautiful.
Wyndham or a Hilton or a.
It's a La Quinta.
Not that there's anything wrong with that,
but she's getting married. Like, they have Nathan Lane. She's got this fabulous dress. He got paid over $100,000 for The Bachelor.
What's Nathan Lane gonna do?
The ring.
He's
the bands.
He's the ring bearer.
No, Nathan Lane's providing the. It's a brand.
Oh! I thought you meant.
It's kind of like Tiffany's.
Oh, I thought you meant Nathan Lane, the actor.
No,
that's what I thought. Oh, okay, ring bearer.
No.
Okay, sorry.
I love this. Oh my God, RTB, only if there's a guaranteed fire happening. I wish I was with you tonight to watch this. I really do. We had so much fun watching the ending, the season finale.
Why don't you set up some kind of a Zoom call?
Oh, can we do a viewing? Can we have a viewing party, please? I'm available for a viewing party. Let me know. Please, yes, and thank you, because I have to watch this train wreck happen.
Yeah, but do a Zoom call and get Mari and you and him.
Oh, I would love that. So fun.
Because Mari doesn't feel good, and you probably shouldn't be out with people.
Yeah, I definitely don't need to be out around people.
Susan
Knowles is going to be performing. And if you don't remember who Susan Knowles is, she was actually one of the contestants on The Golden Bachelor, which is even fabulous.
She's going to be
performing the ceremony.
Oh, performing the ceremony. I thought you meant singing.
Yeah. I don't know if she could do that too. Apparently, she's got a
No.
lot of tricks up that sleeve.
Susan Knowles is the one who looked like Mama Kardashian.
Yes. Good morning, Dan Chase, joining us from the Midwest. How goes it out there?
How's the weather?
I've been hanging out with a lot of Midwesterners virtually recently. I'm part of our company also does our podcasts, by the way, if you're interested in having somebody edit your podcasts. And so we just kind of started working with another partner that is in the Midwest. And so I've been dealing with their accents, their colloquialisms, if you will.
Their accents are rather flat.
Yeah. Yeah. So they were laughing because they were here visiting. So they went to Nantucket and they went to Provincetown.
And we talk funny.
Seeing all the things. And she said, somebody was stopped me and said, where are you from? You have an accent. And she said, listening to that person who very much had an accent made me laugh. He said, it's cold. And yes, I hate editing and listening to my own voice. I know, right? Dan also has a fabulous podcast. If you love horror movies and horror shows, drop your pod in the chat so that people can find it. Because if you like that genre, and we have a few listeners that do, they might be interested in. He does this podcast that's really good, and he gets some big name guests as well. Pretty impressive. So I've got so much going on. I'm like swimming in my brain right now. Cut to the Chase podcast. Perfect.
There you go.
So yeah, Golden Bachelor. What are we thinking for tonight? What kind of? They kind of gross me out.
Yeah, they really do. I saw a picture of them with whoever is performing the ceremony, and I was just like, oh God, no.
It's kind of one of those situations where when I see them kiss or get intimate, it's like when somebody tells you to smell this, it smells bad. This is the feeling that I have.
I don't even want to
when
think
this
about
occurs.
I can't. That word intimate in them, I just, oh my God.
I love it. I'm so for love. I enjoy other people's love so much. But watching those two be intimate on television just creeps me out.
Yeah, it does.
Because you know it's not like something that they've had and this love has blossomed for 50 years that they've been together.
Right.
It's like,
well, it's almost like they realize, you know what, we're getting older, we better do something.
I don't know. I don't know. I like it.
Because we only got a couple of, hopefully they have a lot of years left.
Sure, yes, please. We can't have this big fanfare to have one of them die.
No.
That'll just make them stick around way too long.
Then they'll be the Golden Widow.
They'll be talked about.
Golden Widower.
They'll be talked about forever, and we'll never get these two out of our lives. Never, ever. So please, they need to live for at least another 20 years. Please.
Oh my God. And they'll show up on People magazine every 6 months.
Oh God. Yeah, the update. We're having a baby.
With modern medicine, anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Can you imagine? Like, we're ready to welcome a new whatever it is.
And the baby will be sponsored by.
Please be a dog. Please be a dog. Please be a something. Please be one of the grandkids. Please be somebody that just needed some college education money. I don't know what it is, but because I feel like when you go and embark on those reality show journeys, I feel like it's never enough for them. They're always trying to clamor their way back into the limelight somehow, or somebody always wants to follow back up on them. They're like, which celebrity thing that we haven't talked about in a long time that really is hungry for a couple of bucks and some attention? Let's go with these ones. Let's dig them up and see where they are right now.
Yeah, let's bring them up again. They're perfectly happy doing what it is they're doing now.
Yeah.
They've walked away from the limelight, but let's drag them in.
Right. So,
and they'll be on TMZ and they'll be on whoever.
So part of me is looking to close this chapter really with this wedding.
Yes.
This will be the last time I have to look at you guys for a little while.
Nope.
They're going to pop up on game shows. All of a sudden they're going to be doing The Voice. Like they always worm their way into
Masked Singer.
Wherever it is, whatever new reality show. And they're like, let's bring out Gary. No. Make them go away.
No.
Seriously.
We're stuck with them.
Yeah, I think for quite a bit of time. And since we're on the celebrity track right now, I saw people that are really saying that they're going away. It's Britney. She says, no more music. Whatever the rumors that you hear, I'm done here. This is over. These are lies. I'm pulling myself back.
You can't blame her.
No, I wouldn't want to be involved in any of that.
No.
She's literally seen the circus. She's good.
Yeah. Oh no. She. You can't blame her for some of the stuff that's happened to her.
Yeah.
You know, she just. I'd walk away from it and say she's got enough money. She doesn't have to. You know, she can do whatever she wants, and then just say I'm done.
Speaking of walk away, did you see Dave Chappelle walked off the stage?
No.
He was doing a New Year's Eve show, and I don't know whether it was heckling. I haven't seen the whole story to really form a real opinion on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw the headline that he walked off the stage mid-show because he was irritated. And that doesn't sound like him.
No, it sounds like, I mean, he would hold his ground. He would fire back. He wouldn't turn tail and run.
I don't. How old is Dave Chappelle? Somebody said 70. He's not 70 years old.
No, he's. I don't know, but he's.
Can we get an age on Dave Chappelle? Anybody?
I bet he's in his 40s.
No.
50s?
No, I would say 60. I wouldn't say 70.
I wouldn't say 60.
I would say late 50s, early 60s.
I'll give him late 50s.
Now I have to look it up.
Oh, I got to look it up. All right. Do.
Right.
Do.
He's 50.
He's 50.
Okay. Well, he smokes. Well, that's all. That's all I can say. I really thought he was late 50s, early 60s, but somebody said 70s, only 50.
No. Have you ever seen Alonzo Bolden?
Yes.
He's funny.
He was on The Last Comic Standing, which I thought was an awesome show.
Yes.
That just kind of went away. I don't know what happened. They lost their host.
Right.
Thank you, RTB. He's only 50.
Yeah.
It was such a good show. And I forget who it was hosted, Jay somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Alonzo came from.
Yeah.
But he was like in the Air Force too. Like he had a real life before comedy.
Oh, yeah. He's funny.
Did you see him on a stand-up fairly recently?
I've seen him on a stand-up. I follow him on YouTube, on Instagram, I think, and he does clips and stuff. He's funny. Mateo Lane.
I don't know who that is.
Mateo Lane is gay.
Fun fact. Well, what is he?
He's funny as hell.
Okay.
He really is. he really is. There's a whole bunch of comics like that. Justin McKinney.
I'll watch any comedy, period.
We were talking about on Tuesday, and people selling tickets to his, shows that his tickets are 33 and 44, and they're selling them for 250.
Yes, I feel like all comedy should be accessible
one
to all. We have some great comedy shows right here on the Cape.
Oh yeah.
AJ Haypenny is going to be joining us next week. He's got a big show coming up, and we're working with him on doing some fundraiser shows. Cool. Listen, if you're looking for some fun, different avenues to explore for a fundraiser for your nonprofit, please come to us. We've got a lot of great new ideas and another way to bring in some revenue that's not your standard whatever it is that you do for money. But that's fun fact about Cliff and I. If there is stand-up on, we will stop and watch it. That will be the next thing. Oh, there's a new special with X. Right. Ricky Gervais has a new funny one out right now.
Oh my gosh,
a chance to watch. Very good. Worth the watch.
Yep.
Because I like him because he equally hates everyone. So
oh, he does.
There's not a side to choose.
Right. And I still love the George Carlin clips when they come up. His specials from.
I haven't seen a George Carlin clip come up in 100 years.
Well, follow them because they pop up. Well,
still
I remember
masterful
George Carlin.
Comedian.
Oh yeah. I mean, George Carlin was the first host of Saturday Night Live, and I remember watching it.
I love that.
So
SNL had a decent Christmas special. I didn't mind it.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Billie Eilish. She's all right.
Yeah.
She was pretty funny with a few of the oldies that they brought back. Right. And they did this one ABBA skit that I'm still laughing about. Just making fun of all of the ABBA stuff. And Maya Rudolph just absolutely made me laugh out loud uncontrollably. She does this weird thing when she's in character that she kind of like separates the way she looks at things. Almost like she's looking at one thing and then using her other eye separately. And it freaks me out. But also it must be the only way that she can stay in character when she's like that, because they're close singing, like, you know how ABBA does those weird superimposed things.
Right.
But they're actually doing it physically touching each other. So it made me, la 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 la.
I saw a clip the other day of her mother that I hadn't seen in eons.
Yeah.
Minnie Riperton.
Yeah. Bet you didn't know that, everybody.
Yep, that's Maya Rudolph's mother. And at the very end, when she sings,
Loving you.
yeah, I'm loving you, it's Maya. Maya, 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 Maya.
Oh,
Listen to it. It's Maya. It's
so
what she sings.
cute.
Yeah, what a shame. She died incredibly young.
Dan Chase. Fun fact: Next Entertainment, the company that produces The Bachelor, also did Eli Roth's film. He's a popular movie director.
Mhm.
The first film Eli was producing an assistant, a little film called Private Parts.
Oh, yeah, that was a small little film.
Were you in that film, Hank? I feel like
No,
you should have
no.
been in that film.
No, I wasn't.
No, that was not the part. I feel like
No,
a version of you was in that film.
no, I wasn't in the film. I was in Howard's book, and somehow they skipped that part when I bounced him from Boston University.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Right.
Hank's claim to fame, in case you didn't know, right there.
Yeah, me and Howard go back a long way.
Good times.
I bounced him off the radio station at Boston University, and the rest is history.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Have you gone to the movies lately?
No, not really.
I haven't either. I
No.
can't even tell you the last one that I watched. I wanted to see the new Wonka. Apparently, it's reclaimed its spot at #1.
Right. And that's what we will be talking about at noontime today on lunch break, because
Ooh.
Thursday is date night. And particularly given the storm coming, thinking people might be thinking, all right, we got to do something now because we're not going to get out this weekend.
Yeah.
So we've got the top 15 movies of the week. And Wonka is back at #1. I think that's because the kids were home from school and the parents took them to see Wonka.
Well, my version is that everybody swapped over to see a cute Jason Momoa and then realized Aquaman still stinks and then went back to Wonka. They're like, well, hot minute. So Aquaman squeaked in at #1 for 1 week.
1 week. Yeah. Big first week. And then it's dropping like a rock.
Did anybody else watch Wonka? I'm just curious. I have zero expectations, so I'll probably like it. But I'm just craving new stuff.
I don't know why they had to make another Wonka.
This Timothée Chalamet is likable.
Yeah, but I mean, how many times?
Gene Wilder is still the best Wonka.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I keep making it because whoever does it gets compared to Gene Wilder.
Right.
And they never measure up.
Fair. Yeah, the Johnny Depp situation was also just awkward and strange.
Well, Johnny Depp is awkward and strange.
Well, it's funny that Wonka is going against Aquaman with his ex. It's just awkward. Awkward.
Yes.
The last one I saw was the Efron wrestling movie. It was good. Wonka was ridiculous.
The wrestling movie, Iron Claw?
Yeah, Hugh Grant had me having tears in my eyes, but not that good.
Uh-oh.
He did an amazing young Gene Wilder. All right, I'll go in. I'll bite.
All right.
I'll take a look at it.
I mean, what's weird now is it's in the theaters for like 2 weeks and then it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Or then it's on, some.
I don't think that's weird. I think that's great. I
Yeah.
love options. We should always
but
have
usually you'd have to wait for it to get out of the theaters.
Yeah.
And then,
Months.
it'd go to a major theater, then it would go to a local theater where they, ran movies that were like, had been out for a little while. And then it
was a
finally
good
made it to
racket.
TV.
They'd let it die down and then they'd bring back the fanfare because it's now on video or
Right.
another way to get it.
Right.
It had like 3 lives. It wouldn't go away. Now it's just like, let's just do this.
Right.
It's going to get what it's going to get for money.
Mm-hmm. And right now people have nothing to watch because of the strikes. There's not a lot of new stuff.
Right. And it's dry January. We're finding ourselves with a lot more time on our hands, stuck in the house, maybe cooking a little bit more, maybe working on things. I've been meal prepping. I've been doing the things. I saw a funny story about Gwyneth Paltrow's husband, Brad Falchuk.
God bless him.
Well, that's it. He won't cook. He says, I will not cook. He said, I feel her eyes on me with everything that I prepare.
Oh.
Is that why you don't cook?
No, I just can't cook.
That's it, huh?
No, can't cook. One of the reasons why I married Mari was she was a great cook.
Oh, she's down and out. She's not feeling her best
Lord,
now
no.
either.
No, she needs to call the doctor today, Mari, if you're out there.
Why do we do this as women?
I don't know. She should have called. This is like day 3 or day 4 of. I mean, I slept in Mariana's room last night, guys. I mean, it was like, you know what, honey, I love you, but I need a good night's sleep.
I advocate for sleep divorces all around the world. Robin Laura Petrie had it right and Mary Tyler Moore. Sleep in separate beds. You'll be so much happier. I'm not against it. Not at all. Not in the slightest.
Right. You know,
Sometimes you just need to sleep.
Yes. I think you get to a certain age where it doesn't make any difference
No.
anymore.
Mm-mm.
You know, the thrill is, I'm going to say the thrill is gone.
The Golden Bachelor has arrived. I can't get it out of my head. I'm going to have Gary and Teresa dancing in my brain all day.
They'll be in separate bedrooms soon enough. Don't worry.
You know, when the luster is worn off and no one's paying attention to them anymore.
I mean, they're both older, and modern medicine can only do so much.
Oh, so Mari does most of the cooking.
Yes.
What is going to happen now? She's not feeling so hot. What do you guys normally do? Like, what's your go-to? Tonight's date night.
Tonight's date night. Tonight's usually pork chops, actually.
Oh, so you got a routine?
Because Mariana's day, it just kind of works out that way.
Yeah.
You know, our routine is based on when Mariana is staying over with us, and what an 11-and-a-half-year-old eats.
Yeah, right.
So
they're the cutest grandparents ever. I think it's so important. You guys are so involved, and I love that.
Thank you.
It's nice.
Thank you.
My dad was doing his mea culpas yesterday with the grandchildren.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. I
just wish I was there more. You know, he's not right around the corner, so he doesn't have that. It's not a luxury.
I mean, we're literally right around the corner.
Yeah, you are actually right around the corner, so it's nice that you spend a lot of time with her. It's a good influence.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know if my dad would be a great influence on them, but he's fun.
Yeah. Well, that's what grandparents are supposed to be. They're supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Mess them up and then give them back to the parents.
That's it. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You know, but we spend a little too much time with Mariana, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but we really can't do the goofy grandparent stuff and say, "Here you go, send you home to your mother."
Yeah, that's true.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
So Cape Cod dining at home and everywhere else. Do you have anything going on the page right now? I feel like people are really struggling right now to look at eating healthier, trying to figure out a better option. This is January is like routine change up, right? Everybody's doing a new thing because they're going to give it a whirl.
Right. We just concluded a contest. There's another one coming up. I'm not sure what it is. I want to say it's a sandwich contest, but I'm not.
Follow the page if you're looking for
sure.
like some good recipes. If you ever have questions, if you've got dietary needs, or maybe you've got a ton of chicken and you're like, I'm so bored of chicken already. It's day 4.
And the pictures that people take of their
food awesome.
Is unbelievable.
I know. People are so creative. I realize how not creative I am when it comes to visually stimulating food. I don't know what pot of hell that my husband cooked up yesterday for lunch for us, but I was like, I'm throwing this out. I don't think I've ever See, that's
why I don't cook, because I can't. Well, I can boil water. I can make macaroni and cheese. I can make ramen. I can make meatloaf. My dad had a really good meatloaf recipe. I can make meatloaf. I can cook a pot roast.
Those are like 1952 staples.
Well, I know. I mean, come on, look at me. I mean, that's the stuff I can cook.
Guys, these are what I have. These are my tools.
These are my skills, folks. That's why, one of the reasons why I married Mari, because she could cook. She's a fabulous cook.
Oh, we had a situation yesterday in my kitchen where it smelled so good, and I'm doing all kinds of other stuff and going through everything, getting organized. And I'm like, oh, I cannot wait. I wonder what he's cooking in there. I didn't even ask. Mm-hmm. And then when he brought it out and handed me a bowl, I was like, what is it?
What was it?
What is it? So he decided to make it looked like jambalaya.
Okay. Love jambalaya.
But it looked like porridge. There was sausage in there. There was cannelli beans mushed into it. It was just mush. It was gruel. That's basically what I equated it to. I had one bite and it was wretched. Even he was like, this is so disgusting.
We got to give him credit for trying to do something.
I really do. I give him so much credit for trying to prep a meal that's a little bit different, but that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
Oh dear.
And then I got mad at him because he didn't even clean up. Oh, the trash is full. Can't throw it out. The trash is full. Now, what would the solution be for you if the trash was full because you couldn't throw something out? There was not enough room.
Do we have to answer that question?
I'm just checking with other people to see if I was crazy. So that ended up being my problem yesterday, which I
Oh,
was
okay.
like, what? We need an office.
Right. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Mm, I need to not work at home anymore.
Right.
We've reached that point
Mhm.
where just all of our business stuff is spilling into both of our lives and we need separate space somewhere.
Right.
I love him to pieces, but we needed more than a divider.
Right.
We need more than a divider. It's happening. It's time. Is anybody else still working at home successfully with their spouse also working from home? Please, if you've got tips and tricks and ideas, I am all ears at this point in time. Good morning, Miss Emily. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
Well, you need to define your own space.
I love that, Hank. Everyone defines my space as theirs. What
I
do I
see.
do then?
Oh, okay. No, even though we live in a condo and everything, I mean, it's you've seen it. It's big enough
Yeah.
that we can have two different spaces. You know,
Like, this is my area. Stay
Mariana's
in
bedroom
yours.
doubles as my office and where she does her homework.
Okay.
So when Mariana's not there, I have her room.
You still have a floating office to go to, though.
Oh,
if
yeah.
You really need it.
Oh, we have an office. I mean,
Yeah.
one of our goals this year is to get to the office 3 days a week.
Okay. I like that. It's a goal, everyone. Not saying it's going to happen tomorrow.
Right. It's a goal. It's a goal. I'll get there 3 days. Well, maybe I'll get there twice this week, but depending upon what happens today. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there 3 days a week, and we've got somebody else in the office who's in on it with us.
Yeah.
Who lives in Mashpee as well. So there's going to be 3 of us kind of calling and checking in on each other. Come on, let's go. And couple of mornings, like, the morning I'm here, Tuesdays and maybe Thursdays or whatever, he's going to pick Mari up and bring her to work.
Well, that'll be nice. That'll give you a little bit of a break.
Right. And then I'll, meet them there. And actually, it's funny. Yesterday when I was there were a couple of people in the office, and they were all talking about how, you know what, I'm going to try to get in here more.
Oh, good.
Because I think the working alone stuff,
well,
I feel starting to wear a little thin.
You're more productive when you're in that setting. I feel like it's a mindset. And when you put yourself in a productive space where everyone else is working, you're like, I got to hunker down. I'm going to need to use this time better.
Except we're all realtors, and sometimes we don't know when to shut up.
You said it. I didn't.
I know. But we're paid to talk and be sociable and all of that. And sometimes we can get talking a little too much, and
maybe you're ready to make your move with Mari. Let everybody know how to get a hold of you.
Yes, 508-360-5664. M-Senator today, realestate.com. Don't get left out, folks. Things are starting to happen, and that's all I'm going to say.
Well, it's 2024. I feel like everybody always kind of reassesses their situation in life every single year. Where are we? Do we want to be here anymore? Is this house big enough for us? Do we need something smaller?
Yep. Since rates are in the 6s now,
it's better.
It's better. It's low enough now that someone could buy a moderately priced home using 30% of their income, which is the standard that has always existed.
Okay.
So we're in that sweet spot now where, people who have been, and I use these examples all the time, and I probably used it in talking to you, the young couple that had one child that bought the 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. There's now 5 people in the family, and you've got an older relative who needs to move in. The 2-bedroom, 1-bath house ain't going to work for you anymore. And you can't say, well, interest rates, you can't.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not good for you. You have to decide what's more important, your financial situation, your personal situation. And in some cases, the personal situation has got to, I was going to say trumpet, don't want to use that word. Means more.
Who cares at this point?
At the same time, you've got people who are older, who are in the bigger home.
Yeah.
Like you and Cliff. Not that you're older like me, but you're older. The 3-bedroom, 2-bath, the kids are leaving.
Yeah.
Do you really need a house this big?
No.
And it's time for you to make, your switch. And then when you make her switch, then the young, it's circular.
Yeah.
You go up with a home and then you go down with a home.
Bev, if anybody wants to live in New Hampshire, let me know. I know. Bev, you can find her on the air on Lemonadio in the afternoons. And she is thinking of going van life.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's a single person. She loves it. She's a hiking, outdoorsy person.
Yep.
And she's been very much entertaining van life.
Uh-huh.
To each his own.
Myra and I have a friend. I don't know if you know her. Cindy Wood used to be Cindy Mullen. She's a waitress at one of the restaurants down along the canal. And she just took off in her trailer.
Yeah.
And she's driving a single woman with a dog. I think it's either a dog or a cat. And she's just out like driving around the country.
That's it. I mean, I think we have been so stuck in some sort of space for a while, and I think people are over it.
Yeah.
And they're willing to explore alternatives to live at least a mentally healthier lifestyle. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just don't know where that leads us in another 10 years to what life is going to look like, but go get it. What am I going to say?
I mean, Vermont.
Enjoy your life.
Vermont is
you got
Vermont is one of the most moved to states.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't nothing in Vermont, folks.
No.
You know, if you move to Vermont, there's not a lot going on. You know, if you're leaving an urban area, or even a place like Cape Cod, and you move to Vermont,
yeah,
there's not a lot of activity in Vermont.
Yeah.
You know?
Lynn, wait, what day is it? Yes, it is Thursday. And good morning, Don from California. Thank you for joining us. Nate, I work better alone sometimes because I'm in my zone more.
Right. Hey, before we forget, and we got everybody's attention, we have to talk about the new Lemonadio.
The authentic radio for Cape Cod and beyond. Got a shout out to Ken, who is our voice guy, for doing his best Buzz Lightyear.
Right.
I so enjoyed it. And beyond. I was like, I love your Buzz Lightyear. He was like, I didn't. But he did it for us. So we thank you, Ken.
Yes, it was really cool. But kind of a new philosophy, a new approach to what we're going to do here. To be authentic in terms of radio and radio programming is to be more involved in the community. Some of the stuff that you're doing, but hopefully we're going to be able to take it to another level. Because let's face it, you go and listen to a lot of on-air stations, and they ain't authentic, folks.
No.
You know, what you're hearing at a particular station here on Cape Cod, you can hear the same darn thing in Des Moines, Iowa.
Yep, anywhere. Yep, it's just pumped around, same content. So we're definitely not doing that.
Right. And we're going to try to do it a little different.
Yeah.
Different programs, my jazz show, the Glam Guys. I think the Glam Guys are great.
Oh, yeah. Seth does a really good job, and he's out of Worcester, but he's got Cape ties, and he used to work with me on local radio here.
Right.
He's very involved in KKL at the college station. We're doing a lot of stuff with their college students as well, and having some of them work on some programming for us on Lemonadio, which is nice.
Right.
It's a nice tie-in to some of the younger people in our area, especially since I feel like they are kind of that pivotal generation that's moving things to another place as far as media, consumption of the things that are interesting to them. I think it's just really important that every voice be heard. And it's really nice that we have that platform for them to be able to use, for all of us to use. So if you've got something and you've been thinking about doing something and you're nervous about it, please come on. We'll happily explore an option for you to be able to do your creative side of whatever it is. Like I said, we were talking about the van life. It's the same thing. If you've ever thought about doing a show, or maybe you're interested in talking about whatever community event that you've got going on, we would love to have you on Lemonadio. So please join us.
And that's one of the things, getting more involved in the community or helping community organizations that we want to do. We want to try to highlight a couple of community organizations every month or every 6 weeks, and really give you a big push, because we've got to reach folks. Cliff and Steph have the numbers. They'll make your head spin because you won't understand them. I barely understand them myself.
It's a lot.
But we've got to reach. We've got people out there. You all are out there watching right now. We've got people listening. We have people, resharing this simulcast and other things that we do. And we could really kind of give your organization a push and give you a hand. And that's what we want to try to do this year. So please, give us a call. We're here.
Your wife is hanking you.
She's hanking me.
Maybe she's trying to get your attention.
Oh, she's awake now.
And yes, Nathan, we are working on your sports talk situation. definitely want to hear some younger voices. And sure, go ahead, sports it up. I
Yeah.
don't know anything about it, but it doesn't mean other people don't want to know anything about it.
Mhm.
I'm fed up with our sports teams. So,
And people are fed up with sports talk radio
yeah.
on the big city stuff. It's just I can't. I used to be the biggest fan of sports talk radio in Boston, and I just can't do it anymore.
Is it just because it's the same regurgitated
Yeah.
conversation?
Yeah, it's the same stuff.
Yeah. Like, at what point do you hear enough is enough? Like, you need something new.
It's the same stuff. It's just like watching cable news channels. It's the same stuff over and over again. And the people who are either on sports radio or on the cable news channels, they're paid to pay. They're paid to say things that are outrageous.
Hmm.
And you never get any information. You get these, crazy conversations.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, all the talk about Belichick and all this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Folks, nobody knows what's going to happen, okay? We've never known in 24 years what
Put your crystal ball away. Your
what Bill-
magic 8 ball will tell you what
we've
it
never known
is
in
later.
24 years what Bill Belichick has been up to. We ain't going to know now.
John Coughlin wants more shit show cooking. I don't know. I want real cooking.
Oh, we can put that on Cape Cod Dining at Home and
Yeah, right.
everywhere
Oh, my
else.
bleep show cooking.
Yeah.
We need to bring that back. Somebody bring me some ingredients. I want ingredients dropped off, and I will chef something not up for you. I'll definitely have some fun with that. We could get back into it. I know a lot of other people have been clamoring for more bleep show cooking.
Right.
So,
Well, that's one of the things we've been talking about doing on the Cape Cod Dining at Home. We've got we
you have
some,
talented makers.
we have some
though.
incredible home cooks and home chefs. And one of the things we've been thinking about is trying to get something going where, we could have them, turn their phone on and video them doing something.
Yeah.
And then posting it in some kind of organized
I'm
way.
a fan of that. I wanted to know what was going on with the brainchild that my husband made in a pot yesterday. I would have loved that on Bleep Show Cooking. That was
Because you know what? People are sick of and I used to watch the Food Channel all the time. I can't cook, but I watch the Food Channel. People are sick of that now.
Yeah. It's all too pretty. For me, I just need something real that everybody's going to like. Is that too much to ask for?
Right.
I don't think so.
Right. That it's going to look okay and people are going to taste it. They're going to go, wow, that was really good.
Well, I'm working on something with Jenny Wheeler right now, and I'm really excited. She's got a major trip to Africa coming up.
Yeah, I know about
And
I heard a little bit about
there are
that.
some incredible things that are going to be happening in the world of cooking right here on Lemonadio. So we're looking forward to having that come in 2024 for some new programming. So yes, food is happening here, John. It just might not look
might not look
bad.
pretty, but it's going to taste good.
Exactly. So I already complained about Home Goods having all of the Valentine's Day stuff in there, but I did see that Sweethearts is now doing these boxes that they're rolling out for
Yes.
not relationships, situationships. And in these situationships boxes, they're sending blurry texts, mixed messages, actual mixed messages on all of this. Can you imagine being single in 2024?
Oh, God.
Where are my
no.
single people at? Make some noise. How are you handling the year thus far?
I can't imagine.
I
imagine.
actually had 2 of my very single, I'm going to be single forever, I'm going to die this way, friends say that they might be open to looking for someone this year.
Really?
I love it. I feel like everybody needs company,
Yeah.
at least companionship.
Right. Somebody to hang out with.
I feel like my 30 to 40-year-old singles are still waiting for that knight in shining armor situation to occur for them.
Right.
Where my 50, 60, 70 singles are like, I need a little company.
Right. Somebody to go to the movies with. Somebody to cook dinner with.
Right.
You know,
not just be alone.
Somebody to sing Frank Sinatra to me and then run off.
And I know this is always an evergreen topic, but it's now 3 of my girlfriends that are like, where do I go? Where do I go to meet someone?
Well, it's hard to go somewhere to meet someone because I was just thinking about this as you were talking. If I had to go looking and if I was younger and all of that, the last place I would probably look would be to go to go to a bar or something, because you have to be so darn careful what you say to people.
Mm.
You know, the pickup lines, for lack of a better word. But some of the things you used to say to each other to kind of get a conversation going, people will get offended. You'll be, called a sexist or whatever. And you know what I mean?
I don't know. I
People
feel
take
like
it way too seriously.
it depends on what kind of bar you're going to. I feel like today is National Trivia Day. If you go to any of our trivia shows, I definitely suggest it's a great place to meet
You can
people
pick up chicks.
and throw yourself into the mix of talking to other people. Our trivia is not like just sit there and
Right.
stick on your team. It's definitely involved.
Yeah.
It's light, it's fluffy, it's safe. If you ever need somebody and you're like, oh my God, get me out of this bad date, I will reassign you to another team. I'm here for you. But I think it's good because you're doing something else other than drinking,
Right.
an activity.
Yeah.
Whether it's line dancing, super popular right now, or whether it's music bingo, or if it's trivia, or if it's some kind of physical activity. Maybe it's bowling, maybe you join a bowling league. Like, find an activity or a hobby is my suggestion for you that you want to do. Whether it's gardening, whether it's taking a class on something, and you might meet some other like-minded individual there. I feel like everyone that goes on those dating apps, even Facebook has dating now at this point. I
Right.
don't know if you knew that. And one of my girlfriends immediately puts it on and immediately gets bombarded with someone from her very wretched past of not interested.
Right.
And there they are, still on the app, still the same person, still doing the same crap. Nothing's different.
Right.
So if you've rested the app and you're like, I'm going to meet somebody in 2024, remind yourself that it's going to be the same people out there.
Right.
Because Cape Cod is a small pool.
And what you just talked about, your suggestions are the same tried and true suggestions that people have been told to do for years.
Yeah.
Join a bowling league, go to church, et cetera, et cetera.
I don't know what else. Like, are there better suggestions? Who's out there? Bev, thus van life. My companion does not live around me. And RTB, see your ex with someone else. LOL. Yeah. What happens when you don't really party? Is it a
Right.
bookshop? Is it some place in real life that you normally frequent? A coffee shop?
I don't know.
How awkward is it to be in real life, to meet people in real life? I feel like we've made that so awkward in 2024.
Yeah.
Of meeting people in real life because we're so glued to our screens.
Right. And we're afraid of what we're going to say. What's the right thing to say? I mean, if you were,
I'm not awkward in that fashion. I'm down to have an awkward conversation.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm not a good example.
I mean, if you were single,
I'll run role play with you. Yes.
if you were single and you were somewhere and you were, looking for love in the right or wrong places.
Yep.
And someone came up to you, what could they say to you that would attract your attention?
Well, that's how my husband got me. It was just something totally random, and it was about something that I was interested in. Asked me my favorite Chopin piece. And then I answered him.
What?
And then we immediately started talking about music.
Your favorite what?
That was his pickup line to me. You never heard that?
Chopin?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm stunned.
Right? That's how you get a good one, everyone.
You
Ask them the most random thing ever.
You ask them about classical music. Wow.
Right? At a bar when I was working.
What's your favorite Chopin
Yeah.
piece?
My cousin was like, ew, he's disgusting. Get away from him. It was love ever since.
He's a weirdo. He loves classical
absolutely.
music.
I loved it. We both got that Chopin piece tattooed.
Really?
Yep.
What's the
on
piece?
my ankle. His is on his arm.
Well, there he is. What's the piece?
Mine was Fantasy Impromptu.
Uh-huh. And what was his?
And then he just backed out of the conversation and walked away. That was it. That was our first conversation.
And he didn't follow up?
No.
He didn't say what
we eventually then started talking. And
he didn't say
what's
your second favorite
right?
piece?
No.
Or,
it was just that. I think he was just gauging.
You want to come to my apartment and tickle my ivories or whatever?
We eventually got there, Hank. And he did have a piano. It was fine. I was doing the night show on the Rose at the time.
Right.
And he would have me over at night and he would wake up and split shifts because our shifts were different.
Right.
And so he'd cook me dinner at 9 p.m. and we'd play piano and stuff and hang out. And then he'd go to work and then I'd go home.
Wow.
Yeah, right? We like dated. It was cute.
Wow.
I know.
And he didn't. And he made food that you would eat.
No, well, he was always the pepper medley. I don't know what his deal was. He was definitely a bachelor house, definitely a bachelor pad, and very limited cooking skills. But he did his very best, and I had a nice hot meal and a date. It was nice. It was nice.
Wow, you get out of work, had a hot meal, had
Yeah.
a date, and then
Right?
and then he left.
Yeah,
Or you left.
I left. I went
Wow.
over, and then I went back to my life.
Wow.
I know, for months. It was great.
You didn't have to look at him and say, "Oh God, when's he going to leave?"
Right? Nope. None of that.
You just said, "Bye, honey.
See you tomorrow.
See you on the radio."
Yeah, right?
Wow.
It was cute.
That is cute.
Singles travel. I like this idea, Lynn. That's a good idea. There
Yeah.
are several travel agencies that do single travel.
Yes.
I think that's a great bite-sized way to spend time with someone that you may or may not like. Because you get a whole week of their habits and weirdness, and all
Right.
day you get to view them kind of without small windows. It's like
Right.
a full week of this person, or 2 days, or however long the travel is.
Right. But I think the biggest thing has got to be no expectations.
Yeah.
You can't go on a singles cruise thinking, boom, because you'll waste your time.
Bev said the grocery store, and somebody once asked me what my favorite smells were.
I much prefer the Chopin piece. I don't know. I don't know where you shop, but wow.
I love that. Please tell me you gave them something fun, Bev. Did you get a date? I mean, I would answer that easily with like lilacs and lavender or fresh baked anything.
Okay.
So Bev said classy.
Well, if you said lilacs or lavender to me, you would have lost me because I'm allergic to both of them.
Oh my God, the smell of lilac. Oh, I love that fresh smell.
Oh, I can't walk by one of those stores in the mall
Oh, well, that's different.
without like, I won't go in
Yeah, those are aggressive.
because and then I'm right out again. Kind of like me going in the water on New Year's Day. I'm in, I'm out.
So good. It's such a great video. I've watched it probably 400 times of Hank looking like, I'm going in. I'm going in. Gets up to his ankles. I'm going out. Not having
I had
it.
the best of intentions, kids. I really did.
So many times I watched that video. It was great.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
you're welcome. I figured somebody was looking for you.
Anybody else needs Hank to get some cold ankles for you, he'll happily do it. He'll do it for you. Polar Plunge King over here.
Right.
There's another one coming up this weekend at Shipwrecked. They're doing that one for
Ooh, when?
Saturday, I believe. Saturday or Sunday. I have to take a look.
Sunday's going to be snowing like crazy.
That's it. They're going to be out there.
Ooh, what time is Shipwreck?
Belonging to each other is what they're doing it for, which is such a really nice organization in
I got to
Falmouth.
talk to Mariana about that
Do you want to redo with your shoes?
if she wants to do another one. But the weather's going to be, I don't know. The weather's going to be it's going to be in the 50s. Like,
Let me
later on
take a
next
look.
week.
I remember it said the 7th.
Excuse
Hold
me.
on. So
I remember seeing the posters when we were there right after Christmas.
yeah, it's Sunday over at Shipwrecked. So they're
Yeah.
doing it for belonging to each other.
Or maybe they'll cancel because of the
Polar
weather.
Plunge King Part 2. Hank takes Heights Beach.
Hank goes all the way.
Yeah. Oh my God. You guys, we gotta go.
Sorry.
It's about that time. So you had already given us a little preview of what you got going on.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the top 15 movies right now because you might be planning on doing something in the next day or so because Sunday's going to be apparently not very nice.
Yeah. We all can use a little bit of hunker down time, so
That's
we'll
right.
do that.
So Sunday morning, listen to the jazz show, by the way.
So good.
An extra hour now.
I'm really loving his jazz music. We've added some new tunes. We've changed a little bit to Lemonadio. So if you haven't listened to us in a while, please listen to us.
Oh, you know what I like about the new playlist on Lemonadio itself?
Yes.
You drop it in a little jazz tune every now and
Yes,
then.
I am.
It's really cool.
Yep. So we took out some of our other stuff. We've got a new flow for the new year. And you can listen to us, lemonadio.com. You can download the app in the app stores, Roku TV, Alexa, play Lemonadio radio. Make sure you enable the skill.
Yes, I found that out. I kept telling my new Alexa.
I was like, did you enable the skill? Yep. No,
Yep.
you didn't. No, you didn't.
Well, I thought I did. I turned everything on. Is everything all lined up? And it kept playing some, I don't know, station from Los Angeles or something.
No. Alexa, play Lemonadio Radio, and she will do that for you. We'll talk to you all soon. Have a great day doing whatever it is that you're doing. And you can find us on the radio, lemonadio.com.
See you later, guys.
Bye. All right. Thanks for listening.